Hey YouTube, this is Southern Prepper 1 and welcome to Boots on the Ground. We did a shout out to a small business that has wooden products, woodworking. He thanked me for it, but he said we have flags and many kitchen items, including the perfect spoon for canning tomatoes or tomato sauce. This is by American Products and definitely good quality things, so I'm going to give him another shout out. I'll put the link down. If you're looking for any really nice, one-of-a-kind Christmas gifts, this is a place to go. I am trying to go through all of the businesses and try to pick out ones that I definitely know are good. It's hard to know, so I have to do some research. But let's get right into it. If you got anything to add, send it to Southern Prepper 1. Southern Prepper 1, just the number 1 at yahoo.com. This person lives in Ohio. I went to a local store to get 50 pounds of potatoes to can. I asked the man at the produce section, and he said, we have a box and they're $45. I looked over at my shoulder and they had 10-pound bags for $5.79. I asked the young man, what is the difference other than price? He told me nothing. They were just a little smaller potato. He told me that the 50-pound bag just arrived and $45 was the new price. I took 5 bags for $27, and that'd be 10 times 5 is 50. So he got the same amount of pounds for $27 instead of $45. Let everyone know to pay attention. Things are changing way too fast. So sometimes the huge big bag might not be the best deal. I just saw your report about how paper products plants was down for upgrades, but delayed reopening due to slow orders. Yes, maybe there is less demand for shipping, boxes, etc. However, another reason might be this scenario. I own a comic book shop at a local flea market in North Carolina. I am not a huge business, but I buy and sell thousands of comic books and other related merchandise each year. One thing I buy in quantity each year are backing boards. These are cardboard stiffening boards that help to support and protect the comic while it's stored in a comic book bag. I typically buy 10,000 of these in a year along with the bags. I found a local just 15 minutes down the road. It's a printing outfit business that could supply these for me. So no shipping. I can just go and pick them up. Well, very early this year, I contacted them and I got a quote for 10,000 boards at $750. So I said, okay, sounds good. How long is this quote good for? 90 days, I was told. Well, about 6 weeks later, so I called to put the order in. I was told now it would be $1,400 for them. Sorry, we know we quoted you a lower, but we can't do anything about it. Costs have gone up. So I said, no thanks. I couldn't justify that much cost into my comics. Fortunately, another supplier in another state was able to supply me what I needed much closer to the original quote. With the higher cost of material, many businesses are choosing to put off orders or find other solutions for their needs, contributing to the soft orders of these paper plants. Another one said, the last several months I have made it a weekly tradition to go to the same Cracker Barrel on Sunday morning and beat the crowd by 8 a.m. Today there was a significant change in service and the food. Before being seated by the hostess, I waited at the checkout stand like I usually do to get it change for my $20 bill to get multiple $5 bills because I like to leave a minimum $5 tip for all of my waitress servers. While waiting in line, the person in front of me was making casual conversation with the checkout cashier who said that today the hours were going to change. The new hours were going to be from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., not 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. The checkout cashier was acting astonished to why this was happening. I went to the hostess standing only to wait for several minutes, and the waitress came to seat me acting all frantic, explaining that they had no hostess today. She told me to follow her and I looked for a seat. She found me a seat and I ordered my food. A couple sitting next to me received their food and said it was their favorite dish, but it was cold and they had to send it back. My food was excellent except for the third bite into the center of the dish, which was also cold. Everything else was very good. I do not know how much longer the service will last. When finished my breakfast, I went to pay at the cashier the checkout, only to see the line of people stretch all the way to the front door. If there was a hostess, these people would have been dispersed. They would have been dispersed throughout the store or sitting on the front porch rocking and waiting for their turn. It was an uncomfortable amount of people in line waiting to eat. I'll let you know what next week looks like. And definitely, there's not enough servers, there's not enough cooks, there's not enough waitresses, there's not enough everyone in the food industry. My son took the 2 little guys out, and they went out to eat because they had a a certificate for $25 or a gift card for $25, and they went out and got some awesome food, just the guys turn out, and my son was astonished. He said there was no waitress, there was only a few people waiting. They only had a very small part of the restaurant open, and everyone else was waiting in line. So he saw it firsthand. He said it was unbelievable, just not enough workers, and this is happening everywhere. This person lives outside of Raleigh. We went to vote at First Baptist Church outside of Raleigh. We arrived to a decent group of people waiting. The line moved swiftly. We filled out our ballot, went to the machine to find it broken. The volunteer said it had been down since they opened, and to drop my ballot into the emergency box, and it will be counted later after the machine is fixed. I asked, how am I going to know if my vote will be counted? I am so angry, and so are all the other people around me. I contacted everyone I could possibly think of. Please make your viewers aware, and if they see something wrong, say something. Waiting to hear back from the governor. I don't even want to get into it about the voting this year. Don't even want to. We live in Sarasota, Florida. And we went to our local BJ's to shop for some food for Thanksgiving. We were able to get some stuff, but as we went to buy butter, as I looked at those prices, I almost died, and I yelled, well, I won't say what she yelled, or he yelled. So we said, well, we can do without butter for this Thanksgiving. They have a deal. If you buy $140 worth of merchandise, then you get a free turkey. But the problem is they had no turkeys. So we looked at the ham with brown sugar. They wanted $24 for a 5.8-pound ham. So we said, well, we'll end up cooking Vietnamese food for Thanksgiving. Also, we went to buy pork, and that's what they had. The chicken and beef were about the same as the pork. Just a very, very low selection. The bottom line is that this will not get better on its own as long as the government is initiating the destruction of our country. So therefore, patriots better unite and start assisting each other locally. Start local, they finished it off with. I work at a coal-fired power plant. We are having difficulty finding coal. We may have to operate at a reduced level or come offline if we cannot afford the coal. They said the Chinese are buying all this coal at 10 times the price that we can pay. He didn't tell me exactly where he worked, so I don't know how to verify this, but it looks like the Chinese are buying more coal, and this is causing us a problem. This weekend, the past weekend, I went to 2 different Walmart stores in Lexington, Kentucky. The first one was well stocked, good on everything except meat and poultry. The fruit and vegetables were also a little scarce. The few tomatoes and peaches that were there were moldy and withered. Another Walmart on the other side of town was about the same. Meat and poultry section was picked over, not much to choose from. Dairy section was also picked through. I also went to the Dollar Tree. There were so many empty shelves, just half full throughout the store. I also went to Outback Steakhouse. Our waiter was also making the drinks at the bar. Appeared to be short staff. Thanks for all you do. The news will never give us the truth of what's really going on. Yes, they're going to sugarcoat everything, that everything is fine. But everything is not fine. Eventually, we Americans, be it Democrat, Republicans, Independents, whatever color or flavor you are, will realize that sometimes the government is not our friend, and they don't have our best intentions for us. A friend and her adult child stopped at the Aldi's early this past Sunday morning. There was no carts, and the store was not crowded. She asked the security guard, "Where are the carts now?" The kind where you put in the quarter and you get them. He said, "All the carts have been stolen. People fill up their carts and walk right out of the store without paying." He said, "Now people bring in their own bags to bring to the register, but many walk right out of the store with their bags full and don't pay." My friend said the security guard wasn't even checking receipts of the customers on their way out. This is DHL Express. U.S. shipping rates to jump 7.9% in 2023. If I was a betting man, there'll be a lot more increases on shipping come in the middle of 2023. Also, they sent rail, labor negotiation, The District 19 ratified its agreement nearly 2 months after initially voting it down. A strike among rail workers could still occur as soon as November 19th. So it sounds like there's a lot of factions that are going to be voting, and it sounds like this one group voted to ratify it. But all of them have to ratify it. We live in Oklahoma City. Last Friday night, my husband had to go to the ER because he was having trouble breathing. The doctor wrote him a prescription for a nebulizer machine. I went to CVS to pick one up. They told me that they only get one machine per store, and they sold theirs yesterday. Now they won't get another one until sometimes next week. I asked them to check their system to see where I could pick one up today. I was going to have to go to the other side of town to find one, so I decided to try Sam's instead. When I called Sam's Club, they said they only had one, so I rushed over there to get it. Apparently, they have the same policy. They only keep one, and when it sells, they have to wait for the next shipment. It's scary to think that if someone's machine should break, that they could have an attack and die because pharmacies no longer carry any backstock. You're right when you say we are living in scary times. This is from Ridgeland, Mississippi. I was walking to Taco Bell, and as two men were leaving, the manager stopped me at the door saying the dining room was closed. The two guys leaving said they had two employees. Walk out, leaving the manager and only one person to run the stores with cars waiting in the drive-thru. I live in Houston, Texas. I recently did an order on the Walmart app. It was a pickup order, got my food, everything was fine. Maybe 5 days later, got a notification from my debit that Walmart has took out $14 for our Membership Plus plan. However, I never signed up for that. I contacted them through their app and chatted with a customer service rep. I told them I didn't want it and I didn't sign up. Then they told me I would have to access, if I did go with it, I would have access to Paramount and Spotify. My response was I was working 2 jobs trying to survive and I'm not interested in any of that. Please tell your listeners, be watchful of their debit cards saved in the Walmart app. They took my money without warning, but said they canceled the membership and would refund my card in 7 to 10 business days. They also gave me a $10 discount for future purchases. Watch your receipts. I want to let you know a price increase in produce and in tomato products. I'm a culinary teacher in a vocational school. We were recently told by a very big name food company that the Heinz company will be limiting how much product they will be going to facilities like ours and other restaurants. Our salesperson said that they just got out of a meeting which said it was going to be very hard to find all tomato type products like tomato paste, spaghetti sauce, tomatoes in a can, and ketchup. He also said they would be told to be ready for soaring prices for produce. A case of romaine lettuce that used to cost us $40 now cost us $160 just a short month ago. We will have to either raise prices of our low-cost salad or stop making them altogether. Our salesperson was told at a meeting last Thursday that because of the drought in most of the country, prices would be increasing on all sorts of produce, fresh and canned, to be ready for it. 2023 is going to be a tough year. Hopefully people have prepared and learned how to grow their own food. Might take away from all of this to grow as much as you can. And I did. I doubled my garden last year at home. I'm going to increase it again next year to offset the rising costs of all produce. I live in Arkansas. I just got the new pricing of health insurance at my job for the next year. I was shocked. It went up 32% for 1 year. When you add in dental and vision, I would have to pay just over $1,300 per month to insure my family. Absolute insanity. That's a lot of money, $1,300. I could spend a lot of time on this subject, but this is crazy. We buy Country Crock butter in the 2-pound tub. It used to be $3. Now it is $8.49 here, and they're in Northwest Missouri. Life in Northeast Florida seems pretty much normal. Stores are pretty much well stocked, but prices are much higher like everywhere. But this was strange. I had to go to Hobby Lobby to return an item today and got there at 11 a.m. and the parking lot was packed. I thought they must have had some kind of early Black Friday sale or something. No specials at all, but the store was full and the registers were busy. I guess people here still have money to spend on non-essentials. I'm finding that my dog food items are not available. My dog's favorite treats have been discontinued, although they were very popular, and our wet dog food cannot be found. After checking many stores a month or two ago, I finally found her brand at Target and I got 24 cans. Now everyone is out of this particular brand. Hello, I'm new to your videos, but this has helped me get into the right mindset and prep. I wanted to get caught up quickly, and I bought a year's worth of canned chicken from Costco in an effort to be prepared and fight inflation. While I was in my local Central Florida Costco, I noticed the price decreased and went from $15 to 49 cents a pack of 6 chickens to $12.99. I went to customer service desk, asked if I could possibly get a refund for the difference. I am proud to say my Costco gave me back quite a bit of money as I bought all of the chicken within their 30-day price change policy. Just wanted to share it in case others have bought canned chicken in the past 30 days to check and see if they can get their money back, especially if they're a last-minute prepper and I bought over $1,000 worth in the last 30 days. Enjoy your boots on the ground. That is awesome. So yes, use every means legally out there to get whatever you can back in purchasing or go for those sales. This person's in Washington State, far from Seattle, thank goodness. We buy raw milk from a local farmer who has about 30 cows. She recently had to raise the price per gallon from $8 to $10, and this is raw milk, and said she wasn't sure how long she could hold it there because the price of feed is increasing dramatically due to the barge situation, no doubt. We also had a dismal crop harvest in our state, and this year, thanks to the cold, rainy spring and summer, I planted so many things in my garden that would sprout only to be drenched in downpours and then rot and die. My indoor potatoes were grown in these plastic bags, didn't rot like the outdoor ones. You might want to mention to your audience I grow a good staple crop in your garage by the window where they can get light and airflow. American potato famine is upon us. I'm even trying to grow them in my house by a sliding door to harvest fresh veggies over the winter. It also said, lately going to the local grocery store is starting to feel a little sketchy. The increase in homeless population has me watching my carts and my kids extra close. The market recently installed in security cameras in the parking lot to deter theft. I work in a pediatric hospital in southwest Chicago. We have so many infants and small children sick with the respiratory illness right now. We are running out of equipment. I have been an RT over 25 years and have never seen this before. We have many ventilators and high flow oxygen devices, but we barely have enough. And the disposable circuits we connect to the patients are also in short stock occasionally. Staff are having a hard time keeping up. Our patients are having viral infection, RSV, or asthma issues, sometimes both. Parents need to keep on top of clearing upper airway sections of their babies, keep their nose clear. It is what we have to do to support them in the hospital. There are devices to purchase at Walmart and the pharmacy. Please use them. It could keep your baby out of the hospital. RSV is very contagious and one of the viruses that can survive on surfaces. Remember, wash your hands, soap and water. There is no substitutes. Those hand sanitizers don't work as well. I went to the dollar store, had a sweet tooth desire, and picked up some snacks. Cookies, crackers, vanilla wafers, and such. Brought home and wife read the labels. Now listed on most snacks contains a bioengineered ingredient. So look. If you don't want to have a bioengineered ingredient, look at it before you purchase it. I just want to let everyone know that Chase Bank is now charging a $25 monthly fee for checking accounts that do not have a minimum of $15,000 in the account. One more reason to get my money out of Chase Bank. I will be moving everything to the credit union this week. So there you go, some boots on the ground. I hope you're prepping. I hope you're preparing. It is voting day today, so get out there and vote. Thanks for watching.